Mickey's Toontown changes are officially coming. Let's talk about it up next. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Orange Grove 55. Thank you all so much for watching and tuning into this video. We're going to talk today about Mickey's Toontown. Now, there's been a lot of rumors about Mickey's Toontown ever since, there's been a lot of rumors actually before Runaway Railway. I mean, there's been a lot of murmur about this land. You know, I was guilty of really writing this land off. When they were building or announcing Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, I thought it was really on the chopping block. That wasn't the case. Then Disney doubled down and they announced an e-ticket, Runaway Railway, coming to the land. And now they're announcing some beautifications and enhancements, some new offerings to the land. So there's a lot happening right now at Mickey's Toontown. So let's go ahead and pull up the official artwork that was released today. And then we're going to go over the official press release for said artwork. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff in this artwork that I find pretty interesting. And the press release that we're going to discuss will kind of get into detail in regards to all of this stuff, and we're going to touch upon that. But let's just dive into the concept art. This is really cool stuff. So this back end right here, this is the neighborhood section. We have Minnie's house, Mickey's house, Donald's house, Donald's boat, and Goofy. Now, you'll notice one thing missing in regards to this art back in this little area. A couple things, actually. Number one, the Mickey fountain is completely gone. There is a Mickey fountain here, which is gone. Now, again, this is concept art, so we can't take it literal. You know, don't treat this like blueprints necessarily. But it is worth noting that Mickey Fountain is gone, right? Another thing that's gone is the Chippendale Treehouse. Now, the Chippendale Treehouse has been sort of a defunct thing for many years. It hasn't been when it first opened, and a lot of my audience, you probably don't even remember this. This is a long time ago. We're talking 25 years or more, 30 years ago. But it was like a ball pit with little acorns. And it hasn't been that in a long time. So it's been kind of sitting there. So it's not too shocking that they kind of scrubbed it from this art. It's very possible they just removed the tree. I don't know, but it is kind of interesting that it is gone. Okay. Now, here come the big changes. The big changes are, well, obviously right here, right? Which is the entrance to the El Capitan Theater. This is going to be the entrance to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is kind of a cool little nod to the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood, which Disney owns. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So we're going to get the El Capitan. That's going to be the entrance to the new attraction. That's right here, which is very cool. We have this new fountain right here in the middle of the land. Now, this is where it gets a little interesting. If you guys are familiar with Mickey's Toontown, this is actually where the Jolly Trolley station is currently located. Okay, now the Jolly Trolley has been, again, just like the Chippendale Treehouse, has been defunct for a long time. There was an accident on that attraction many years ago, so they stopped running it. It was a trolley, but it kind of swayed back and forth like this, and it just led to a lot of issues, safety issues and what have you, so they got rid of it. It looks like they're just going to remove the station altogether. They're going to remove it, and they're going to put a new fountain here. Okay, and we'll get into that fountain a little bit once we hit the press release. But this is actually the right move, in my opinion, and this is actually what Tomorrowland should be doing with the People Mover tracks. If you're not going to use a thing, and there's no plans to ever use it again, get rid of it. Put something else there. Toontown, they're never going to use the Jolly Trolley again. They recognize that, so they're replacing it with a cool little Mickey fountain. Awesome, man. Awesome. That's what Tomorrowland should be doing with the People Mover track. Disney parks should not have rotting, decaying relics of the past just sitting there collecting rust and dust and everything else. So this is cool. I like that. If they're not going to use the Jolly Trolley, put something else there. This, though, for me, is the star of the show. This is what they're going to call Centennial Park. And this tree right here is actually going to pay homage to a young Walt Disney. Okay. I love that. I absolutely love that. Walt Disney, it's no secret, he absolutely loved Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is really the catalyst for the entire company. Like he said, it all started with a mouse. I just think it's a very, very appropriate, nice little touch to have a little bit of Walt Disney in the land that Mickey lives in. I think that's really, really cool. Now, a little side note, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was actually supposed to be a Walt and Lillian tree on Buena Vista Street when they were doing Buena Vista Street. When they were designing it for California Adventure, there's actually supposed to be a tree on Buena Vista Street with the initials of Walt Disney and Lillian Disney with a little heart carved into the tree. And I was really looking forward to that little homage to Walt and Lillian, and they never did it, unfortunately. So this is kind of similar to that, I think. This is a little homage, a little Walt Disney tree dedicated to him. And I think it's a perfect land to put it in. So I absolutely love that. But overall, the land looks really, really cool. I really like a lot. It seems like there's a lot more foliage added. Toontown is notoriously very, very hot. So I like that they're adding more trees. I like that it's more shade. Overall, it looks beautiful. And this is exactly what Toontown needs. It needs a little, well, not a little bit. It needs a lot of love. A lot of love. So now let's dive into the official press release. Okay. So let's dive into this. This is from the Disney Parks blog. So this is a 100% official blow the whistle. Okay, this is official. Mickey's Toontown at Disneyland Park to be reimagined with new experiences, more play, and interactivity for young families in 2023. Okay, so this is very, very cool. So it says here, we are excited to leverage Disney's powerful brand, develop new stories, and share even more magical experiences with our guests, says Daddy Josh, Mr. Damaro. Quote, the newly reimagined Mickey's Toontown will be a welcoming place where families and younger guests can connect and play together in fun new ways. And then here is that Mickey fountain, that new Mickey fountain, or maybe Minnie. Mickey and Minnie. I'm sorry. It's like a Mickey and Minnie fountain. This is going to be replacing that Jolly Trolley station, according to the artwork above. But it says here that one of the new areas coming to Mickey's Toontown will be Centennial Park, the first space guests will see when they enter. This natural space will be anchored by 2 interactive play experiences. At the center of Centennial Park will be a fountain designed for play, which will also become a center icon for Mickey's Toontown. At its base, water tables will invite guests to play with the water and have a sensory experience. At night, the fountain will be brought to life in a unique spectacle. This sounds awesome. Absolutely awesome. And then it goes on to say right here, a nearby dreaming tree will be inspired by the tree a young Walt Disney would daydream under in his hometown. Sculpted tree roots will provide an opportunity for children to play, crawl, and explore. And undulating, I don't know what that is. Undulating topography will offer rolling hills and a place to sit and dream. In addition to reopening in 2023 with the new Family Adventures, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Mickey's Toontown will still be home to many beloved characters, including Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Goofy, Donald, and more. Mickey's Toontown will close. This is a big one. Mickey's Toontown will close in March of 2022 to begin creating all these new experiences. We will have lots more details to share with you in the future, so stay tuned. This is great news. Absolutely great news. Look, to think that just 3 or 4 years ago, we all as a fandom collectively kind of thought that Mickey's Toontown was essentially on the chopping block, that it would become Star Wars or some expansion to Fantasyland or what have you. The fact that they are doubling down on Toontown is awesome. I love it. I love the Walt Disney touches in terms of the little, the dreaming tree. The new fountain is really pretty. I just love everything they're adding to this. This is really much needed. This is what Toontown needed. It's been there for a very long time. I remember going to Mickey's Toontown when I was a kid, and I absolutely loved Toontown. And at the time, it was kind of funny. Like at the time, we have a local channel out here in California called KCal 9, and KCal 9 would do a bunch of like Toontown specials. And as a kid, I was so hyped for Toontown and watching all the KCal 9 specials in regards to like like leading up to Toontown's opening. And Toontown was a big part of my youth. I really looked forward to that land opening. So I'm really, really happy to see this land getting the love that it so much needs and deserves. I think this is really going to revitalize the area. It cements Mickey's Toontown's place at Disneyland for really decades to come. So this is fantastic news. What do you guys think about this Mickey's Toontown reimagining Centennial Park, the removal of the Jolly Trolley station, and what seems to be the removal even of the Chippendale Treehouse? So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you think about the new changes. I would love to hear from you. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of OG 55. Make sure you check out all the great content here on OG 55, including the Orange Nerd Show, where we talk about entertainment, movies, Marvel, Star Wars, all that cool stuff, Chapek, all that good stuff. And our live shows. We do a lot of live shows here now on OG 55. We have Dre Vashkai, host of his own show, Freshly Squeezed. I got my good friend, Mr. Disney Family Man 23, host of his own show centering around Walt Disney World, called Citrus Corner. So we got a lot going on here with Orange Grove 55. So if you're new to the channel, check out the playlists and check out all our content. We do a lot of great stuff here. A big variety. We don't just do the parks here. We do a lot of stuff. So it's pretty awesome. So thank you again so much for watching. And as always, have a wonderful day.